Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Zakky Fuady, and I'm from 1kid class. As you can tell from the topic of my presentation, the topic I would like to speak about today is sterilize the laboratory glassware. First, I'd like to outline my presentation before I jump into the definition of sterilization, what materials and tools that we need to sterilize, and also I will tell you how to or the methods to sterilization the laboratory glassware. As you can see in the handout, there are three main points I will talk about. So let's start from first page of my presentation. What is definition of sterilization? So, sterilization is a process by which an article, surface, or medium is made free of all microorganisms, either in vegetative or spore form. Why sterilization is so important? Because microorganisms capable of causing infection are constantly present in the external environment and also on the human body. Microorganisms also responsible for contamination and infection, and also the aim of sterilization is to remove or destroy the microorganism from materials or from surfaces. Regarding what I have told you before, sterilization is very important to do. Furthermore, if the sterilization procedure may damage the instruments, then sterilization can be replaced by disinfection procedure. Alright, next to the second page of my presentation is about the materials that we use to sterilize. There are brown paper, aluminum foil, gauze, and also yarn. And then we move to glassware to sterilize. There are four glassware that we use in here in this practicum. There is a beaker glass, Erlenmeyer flask, petri dish, and also measuring pipette. Alright, we jump to the next page of my presentation. And in this page, I will tell you about the methods to sterilize the glassware. Before that, I will tell you there are two steps to sterilize the glassware. First step is the methods before we put the glassware into the autoclave, and then the second step is the methods to using an autoclave. Alright, for the first steps, first thing you have to do is 1. The tools to be sterilized were washed thoroughly, and then dried in the oven. Next, the Erlenmeyer and the other tools or glassware to be sterilized was plugged with the spoon cotton, which already sterilized with alcohol, with your hand, which already aseptic. And then the glassware were covered with aluminum foil, or you can use brown paper and then tied with yarn. After that, put the glassware into the autoclave. Okay, as you can see in here of my presentation, there are autoclave design. This is the in your left side is the old design, and then in your right side there is a new design. The difference between that design is you can see that in the shape. Old design is like a tube and the new one is like a box. And also the technology used in autoclave with the new design is better than the old design. Alright, next I will tell you how to using autoclave. First thing you have to do is add the water on the bottom of autoclave, and then articles to be sterilized are placed in the perforated shelf. Next, the lid is closed, discharge tap is open, and safety valve is adjusted to the required pressure. When the air bubbles stop emitting from the discharge tap, it indicates all the air from inside autoclave has been removed. At this stage, the discharge tap is closed, steam pressure rises inside, and when it reaches the desired set level, for example 5 psi, or you can use 2 atm, the safety valve opens and exits, steam escapes. And then from this point the holding time is 15 minutes. You can also use 40 minutes is counted. When the holding time is over, the heating is stopped and autoclave is allowed to cool till pressure gauge indicates that the inside pressure has reached to the atmospheric pressure. And then the discharge tap is opened slowly and air is allowed to remove from the autoclave. The lid is open and the sterilized article are removed. So next, in next present page of my presentation, you can see the picture of the glassware which already sterilized. Before the sterilization, in the autoclave, the tools are washed first, then cloaked with gauze, and then covered with aluminum foil or brown paper for petri dish, and aluminum foil for beaker glass, Erlenmeyer, and also measuring pipette. And then you tie it with the yarn. We have to do that because of its the function of that is to prevent microorganisms enter the tools to sterilize. After we cover it with the aluminum foil and brown paper, we put the glassware into the autoclave in 15 or 40 minutes, or maybe above, in 100 Celsius degrees. And after that, if already done from the sterilization, wait until autoclave reach room temperature and zero pressure. And then don't forget to take out the tools or glassware inside autoclave and then put the tools into the sterile place. So I think that's all. Maybe any questions so far? Alright, because of there is no question in this presentation, I will close this presentation. Before I close, let me read the conclusion of this practicum. At this practicum show that sterilization has an important role to kill and destroy microorganisms. Tools that are sterilized must be closed and wrapped before being put into the autoclave. Autoclave must be setting in 100 Celsius degrees in 15, 40 or above, and then the pressure is 2 atm. To prove sterile or not the tools which already sterilized, we need a next practicum. which is the how to make nutrient agar. I think that's all. Thank you for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.